Hi ladies and gents, Pond here with another video for Rise of Empires, Ice and Fire. Thank you so much for your previous likes, comments and subscriptions to the channel. If you haven't subscribed already, why not click on that button and ring the bell so you get notifications of whenever I'm dropping content on the channel. And now onto the topic of this video. It's Monday in tally week of SX13 Eden Conquer. So it's another season review and rewards video. Let's get straight into the season review. And firstly, looking at SX13 as a whole, obviously there was a controversial start to it with the matchmaking again. Let's hope that can be, we're not going to see a repeat of that going forward, because I think that had a massive negative impact on those, particularly the players that are in those older maps that were kind of impacted by that. Wonders, I think everyone's had enough of Wonders now, particularly kind of the arms race element surrounding these. Where it's simply a case of, who can spend the most to use the most materials, crystal, etc. to upgrade them. It's just been, it's very draining on resources, even if you're not trying to, get the halos, because I think I've used 7,000 building speed ups and most of them have been on my wonder buildings. I've got literally none left. So, it is a massive drain, and I just don't think, you get this imbalance again, and I just don't think it's a good system. Even, the kind of only massive benefit for those are kind of the season exclusive rewards where you're getting additional honor coins, and then obviously the points on Tuesday for building day, which again with this new castle era system where we have levels 26 to 30, all of our buildings are upgradable to level 30. Having points on Tuesday from wonder buildings is actually not such a big deal at all anymore. You can get a reasonable amount, plus upgrading a red dragon as well. So and then doing the old methods of doing equipment. So there's lots of different ways now to obtain points on a Tuesday. So I hope that we're not going to see wonders again. I think, what have we had it 3 times out of the last 4 seasons? And as I say, the general vibe I see in the community is that everyone's had enough of them. Another big issue at the start of the season and going on throughout the season was the quality assurance regarding the maps. I mean, let's be honest, it's been worse than ever. Whichever format is used next season, more time and effort needs to go into the prepping, testing and QA of the maps. It's just not acceptable to have a gate tile, guardian tile, not in the correct location, and then people can actually just make their way through, or there's gaps in the mountains so people can just make their way through. It completely defeats the whole object of the game. Whoever finds that gap first gains a massive tactical advantage, undermining the opponent. And obviously it has a massive negative impact on people's morale when they're playing the game. When they've, I know that a lot of R4, Guild R4s, Guild R5s, they spend a lot of time working out strategy for the season, and then just for all of that to be completely blown out of the water, basically what's down to just a poor quality product from the developers. So I really hope that we have a decent gap in between this from next week up to the first week of SX14. And I hope that, we're going to get a new format. Now, in my mind, I think, a lot of us kind of basically play the game for Reign of Chaos, i.e. Eden. But the format itself, it desperately needs a rework now. I think, the whole process of taking tiles from level 1 to level 16, that's effectively what we've been doing from S1. And that whole game mechanic is, 4 years old now, basically, for some people. Over 3 years old for those of us in the older states. And we've done many, many seasons like that. So it would be, I think, really there needs to be a change if you want people to still be engaged in the game for the next, 3, 6, 9, 12 months. Particularly the older state players. It's no secret there have been a lot of people leaving. You're seeing a lot of very high-end accounts on South and not that much money considering the amount of investment that's been put into them. And I think people are getting really fed up as well with the matchmaking. So I think it's going to be, I hope there's going to be a new format. I don't have any information on that yet, but as soon as I get that information, I will relay it to you, or hopefully I might get some small preview in advance, but it's not always the case before a season. Merit as well, has it really worked? I think this season was better with the kind of tweaked system where you always gain merit, and it kind of also benefits, it rewards you for being active, but equally obviously if you're again a top account, then you're going to like be higher in the merit rankings, aren't you, because you can just win more battles, gain more merit. But you know, there is a certain level of it linked to activity as well, and I would definitely say that the Merit Store has been a positive this year as well. The extra consumables you can get, the construction materials, speed ups, diamonds, XP, and you know, the kind of boosts for demolition value and troop marching. Those were interesting options added into there as well, which could have an impact tactically on the game. So I hope that, you know, we will have merit in the new format, and I'd like to see the Merit Store come back, maybe even expanded upon for next season, because I think that is something that has been a success, as long as everyone remembered to use their merit points on a Sunday. We have had a questionnaire in the last few days as well, and you know, the last question on that was the expansion of the brackets. It asked about expanding from 100 to 360. Now, you know, these older states from 180 whatever down to 360, they have nearly caught up in terms of seasonal heroes and having to play that catch up with those of us in the older states. I'm personally pro the idea of expanding the bracket by that much, effectively nearly doubling it. I think for those of us in the older states, or maybe all of these states, we need a bit of like a refresh on who our opponents are going to be. I know obviously people play each other in legendary groups and things like that, but having 1 to 360 all in the same Eden bracket and the potential matchmaking available there, you know, you get people like 265 come into the equation, Kronos against Akali, something like that, or Boss against 265, just lots of other different options for matchmaking. But again, it would have to be done properly, fairly, evenly, which is what we've been asking for like 2 years. If the developers can properly invest their time in that, do it fairly, then I think expanding to 1 to 360 would be a great idea. And I hope that, again, that would be something that would kind of breathe new life into players who have been in the game for, you know, as long as I have, or even longer. So that's my kind of general comments on it. Now onto my season. Was playing in FHX Guild. We ended up being ranked 4th. Our faction Tankyard was also ranked 4th. It's been a difficult season, but a fun season mainly. You know, we were up against K1R from 178 for most of the season, as they were like our next door neighbours. And certainly those first few weeks, even though it was tough going, I really enjoyed it. I have to say it was probably my most enjoyable Eden season for a long time, over a year at least, just because of the nature of the competitiveness and the tile battles we were having and everything else. And it was a real challenge for us. And you know, shout out to Didado and Liger Ken and Drago and everyone else from K1R. You know, you've all been really tough opponents. I think you've mainly been fair opponents against us as well, particularly, you know, giving us a zone, an area in the central zone, so we could do tile exchange and gain honor points and things like that. So you've been fair where, you know, you didn't have to do that. So you know, I appreciate that. I'd also like to you know, name check and shout out some of the players that have been part of the R4 Council in FH6 as well. Johnny Bravo, Oyen, Bolt, Amiros, Peter, all from FHX, and then Neff, Rocky, Eagle, and DJ from DIC. Thank you guys for all your efforts with planning and diplomacy. It's never easy. I think people that have never been on an R4 or council don't appreciate the time and effort that people put into the game to look at all the strategy, look at where, you know, work out where you need to tile to and put up all the markers and everything. Even just today, you know, Johnny has had to go through and obviously allocate 200 people their prizes, and everyone's after their prizes as soon as possible, of course, except for me because I'm doing this video at plus 22. But yeah, thank you guys for that. And just personally on my season, it's been okay. I think I was probably around 60th in the guild at the point where we kind of shut off the the scoring before kind of we'd entered a general truce on the map, and then it was just about obviously getting as many honour points, etc. as possible. It was, as I say, it's been a really fun few weeks at the start. I haven't quite got as much on my honour as I was hoping. Spec-wise, I didn't quite reach 137, which I'm a little bit annoyed about. I was pushing as much as I could, but I just had a really tough kind of last couple of weeks where I just couldn't get on as much to get that maximum amount of honour gain from taking tiles, and then obviously getting the bonus from Seasonal Challenge. I did obviously reach level 50 of Seasonal Challenge as usual, and even yesterday I put myself into the war zone, and I think I took about 100 hits on the castle before I got zeroed, so that wasn't bad for me really. So it's been an okay season. So that's me spending 10 minutes talking about general things. Of course, now we're on to the main bit, which is rewards. So I already completed faction missions a few weeks ago, and that has again only given an SX12 ticket, which I know again people aren't really happy with, and I agree. Why not just give us a current season ticket, because the chances of actually getting a current season hero is still 1 in 12 or whatever. Personal achievement, again with Wonders it's really easy to hit that. I did 22,190 points, so 10,000 gems, an X13 recruitment, 100,000 honor coins, which is needed, so that's all good. And then faction 4th place, so 80 million resource bundle, 5,000 gems, an X1 legendary recruitment, an S1 to S4 legendary selection, X13 legendary recruitment, only 10,000 honor coins, so not great. And then I did get Powerhouse, so we've got this X13 medal for 4th place, 150 million resources, 20,000 gems, another X1 to X5 recruitment card, which is just an absolute waste. S1 to S4, which again I'm going to be using on S1 and then 2 X13 tickets again, and then 40,000 honor coins. So let's claim all of that and then get into the items, because we need to allocate some bits, don't we? Interestingly as well, people have been given gifts like super recruitment tickets they can gift, so thank you to Wargasm and Derek for gifting those to me today. So I've got these 2 X1 to X5 tickets. I've literally got all these heroes max, so it doesn't really matter. We'll just go with the X5 2 option, who cares? Go with that. S1 to S4, so I still need a couple of Skybreakers. I still need a Roku. I think I've nearly got all the S4s max now. I'm just about to finish Jade Eagle and Desert Storm. S2s I think are all done, so it's really just these new S1 heroes. I might as well, I need 4 of them. I don't even have 4 of them, and I need duplicates for others, so it's definitely worth doing on there. And then what have we got here? This is the X12. I'm going to go for ticket 2 because I need, what do I need? I need a copy of Fortune Teller, and I need 3, what do I need? 3 Adolans. I also need a Farah, but I mean, that's literally the only one I need. And I'm up to 130 fragments actually for her last copy. So yeah, I'm just going to be going for Banner 2 for all of these. And you can always, of course, click on which option you're looking to use and then click on the preview. So Banner 2 has John the First, Peppan, Belisarius, Arslan, Poison Master, Lilith, or Lust, as everyone used to call her, Fortune Teller, Warhammer, Adolan, Ashen, and Skander. Of course, last season I picked up like 2 Ashens, so I managed to max him in one go. And Banner 1, just for anyone that's interested who might be in earlier seasons, this has got Darius, Elcid, Peppan, Farah, Healer, Hellfire, Ranger, Reaver, Warden, Liberator, and Bjorn, who was, of course, Ragnar. So they've changed up it. So we're going to go with all of those on ticket 2. So we've got a reasonable amount of tickets now, and then of course we need to just go into recruitment. So let's see how we get on, and we've got, what should we start with? We'll start with the X5 because that really doesn't matter. Got an Ashen, Skander, Valkyrie, Defender, Army Breaker, Avalanche, Windwalker, Sakura, and Che Lu. So here we go. What we're getting a Defender. And we're getting a Valkyrie, so they are both duplicates, of course. Now on to S1. Qui-Gon G. I needed a Qui-Gon, I'm pretty sure, so that's good. And I would really love... Oh, no. Lionheart's a duplicate. Never mind. And then onto the X12. Warhammer. Dupe. Never mind. So I would really love a Fortune Teller maxed or any Eidolons. Eidolon! Good start. Thank you. An Arslan. Oh, got him maxed. A Fortune Teller! Yes! That's another hero maxed. Awesome. And if I could get another Eidolon, a Pippin. Okay. So that's as good as it was going to get, really, guys. Fortune Teller, I'm going to have max now. Needed that 7th skill. And Eidolon, well, what do I do? Just Awaken, I guess. So it's going to be a while before I max him. All the others were dupes, except for I got a Qui-Gon, didn't I? There we go. Oh, okay, so that's 8th skill. So he's looking good now. Just need that 7th skill, even though I never get any fragments of him. And I was really hoping for El Fati, but never mind. So I'm still trying to get Black Prince, El Fati, Edward the Confessor, and Genghis Khan. And of course, I don't have any Isabellas either, but never mind. So there we go. That is SX13, guys. Thank you so much for following the season with me. I'm hoping that I am actually going to be migrating in the next 10 days, and that I will hopefully, fingers crossed, have something in the pipeline to be moving to a stronger alliance and hopefully have a more competitive Eden season and be on one of the bigger maps. That's my plan, fingers crossed, and as soon as I have that confirmed, then I'll bring that information to you. So there we go. So I hope all you guys got lucky with your rewards today, and you know, enjoy your break for the rest of Tally Week and the interim between now and the start of SX14. As I say, if I get any confirmed information about SX14, then you will be the first to know. If you've liked this video, please do click on that like, and if you could share this video and my channel in your Alliance chat, Providence chat, through Line, WhatsApp, Viber, Discord, whatever you use to communicate with your fellow players in the game, that would be very much appreciated. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.